All right, we're back on KNEB this morning at 7:43 now. We're set for News Extra that's brought to you here this morning by the Gehring Civic Center. And here is KNEB News Director Kevin Mooney.
Thank you, Steve, and good morning, everyone. And we're going to hopefully teach you a little bit about a program that Capwin has had for about 3 or 4 years already. And I don't think a whole lot of people know about it, although they have helped a number of people to this point, but it might not be widely known around the community. It's called the Asset Building Choices Program. Kelly Reisig is here. She is the director of that program for Capwin. Also, Jennifer Sibal, she's the building coordinator. So, Kelly, describe what Asset Building Choices Program is. I know it was formed about 3 or 4 years ago, right?
Yes. The idea behind the program is that low and modest income people are able to achieve long-term sustainability much better when they have assets like purchasing a home, starting or expanding a business, or going to college or technical school. And so that's the idea behind the program.
All right, so the idea is to get them into education and then moving forward, a job maybe, a permanent job, and then a home, and then whatever else they want to do, right?
Right.
Most of these people, are they starting from just bare bones scratch, or some of these people actually do have, are renting a place and do have some jobs and so forth when they start?
Actually, the nice thing about our program is we are kind of the next step. Panhandle Community Action Partnership of Western Nebraska helps to address their immediate needs, helps them to get out of crisis, and then when they finally are ready to transition off of services, they're ready to achieve long-term financial independence, then they come to us and we give them those tools and they begin to build assets. So some of them, they're renting and they certainly have a job. They have to have a job for our IDA programs. And so this is that last step, and this is a way for us to ensure they have long-term help.
All right. Now, you guys, when you go through this, you have classes that you have that kind of help these people learn how they can do all those things. What type of things do they learn in these classes?
Well, we have a couple of financial classes. We have Money Matters, which is a very basic class and helps them to understand the banking system and budgeting, managing a checkbook, some of those kinds of things. How to avoid identity theft is also important. And of course, knowing their credit report and using credit wisely. So that one is just, and these classes are open to anyone, I should mention. We also have Financial Peace University, which is a much more intense class. Actually, one person on here took that class very successfully. Leslie did, and she was one of our great students that came through. And we had a 13-week course for that, so we have that on a regular basis.
That's Dave Ramsey's class, isn't it?
Yes, it is, and we coordinate that class.
Yeah.
And that one really gets into everything to do with finance, insurance, and retiring and investments. It takes you beyond that basic step.
Yeah, if anybody's listened to Dave Ramsey's show, Term Life Insurance, he talks about, he's very much about not building up debt, making sure you take care of your debt first. Then once you get that done, then moving on with the rest of the things in your life. But he's one of these people, especially credit cards. He's not a big fan of credit cards.
No, he's not.
So,
all right, and then there's also financial fitness, which is one-on-one budget coaching. So for the people that would just like that one-on-one help, we also offer that. We also offer RentWise, and we'll be bringing that back in October. And that program helps people to get ready to rent, to know how to look at their lease, know their responsibilities and rights, and helps them to be a good tenant. And then we also have home buyer education, which of course is getting ready to buy your home. Career empowerment, which is coaching and getting them ready to either develop a resume and begin getting a job or to go to that next level. And then we have the employment boot camp, and of course we have our long-term individual development accounts.
all right. So you guys do a number of things for folks there, and you have classes coming up. We'll talk about that. Let's hand it over to Jennifer here, and she can kind of describe what you do. I imagine you kind of coordinate all these programs. Is that right?
Yes, I teach some of the classes, I coordinate programs, and I also do a lot of the one-on-one employment readiness and a lot of the one-on-one financial fitness.
Yeah. All right. So when people come in, they talk to you, and you kind of get all their information, and then what happens after that?
Well, we figure out kind of what their goals are, and then we try to fit them into the classes that they may be ready for. Some are ready and just to go into financial peace and don't need that basic money matters class. Some people need to start out with the basics. So it just sort of depends. It's kind of a case-by-case basis.
All right. Now you guys have helped several hundred people, is that right, to this point in 3 years?
Yes, if you add up all of our IDAs and our financial classes, we've had a couple hundred people.
Okay. When you talk about IDAs, what is that?
That is our individual development account. Basically, it's a match savings account, and there are 3 goals for that. You can do it for purchasing a home, extending an education, so going to college or technical school, and what's it? Small business development.
There
Sorry,
we go.
small
Yeah.
business development. So getting started or expanding a small business.
See, and I would think that would be the most complicated one of the bunch. There is maybe getting into a small business, telling people what they need to do, right?
Yes, we've got some good partners in the community that help to work to develop business plans. So really making sure it's feasible, working out the details of developing that business plan.
Okay. All right, very good. We'll be back with more right after this.
With large, spacious rooms, a
All right, so
distinctive
what haven't we
system,
done to this
exhilarating
point?
images on
The youth
5
IDA.
jumbo screens,
Yeah, let's do the
high-speed
youth
video streaming,
part.
and
Maybe
monumental
about where
catering
we're-
by the meat
where we're
shop.
at now.
Union
Yeah, where we're
College,
at
West
now.
Nebraska's
The location.
premier multifunction facility for your next business meeting. Call 436-6888 or visit us at www.gearingciviccenter.com. The Gearing Civic Center. This is how satisfied feels.
All right, we are back on News Extra. We're talking about the program that Capwin has, their Asset Building Choices program. They've had this for a number of years, and 3 or 4 years anyway. Kelly Reisig is the director of the program. Jennifer Sibal is the coordinator. And Jennifer, not only do we help people move on financially and maybe even get a business and own a house and so forth, get educated about all that stuff, you also help the youth in our area do kind of the same thing, kind of build a nest egg, right?
Yes, this is a brand new program for us, and we're really excited about it. United Way is a funder for this program, as well as Western Heritage Credit Union. And this is, again, a savings match program, but it's designated directly for youth. And this match is actually a 3-to-1 match. And youth can save money in the areas of arts, athletics, or academics, and use that savings match program to purchase an asset in those areas.
Okay, so they can build up for college or whatever with the 3-to-1 match from those folks. If the youth donates like $50, then they get a $150 match. Is that right?
Right.
Wow, that's pretty nice.
Yeah, it is really nice. And part of that is while they're saving for that, we also do some financial education with them to get them prepared for life. And so when those credit card offers start rolling in, they know what to look for and how to manage that and really be ready as adults for those decisions.
And they do start rolling in about the time they're in college, right?
They do. They
Pretty
do.
much. I've seen them come in to our house with my grandson. So
Yeah, definitely.
so it happens a lot. All right, very good. You guys have a new location. Is
Yes.
that right?
Yes, brand new location.
Okay, and where's that at?
We are in the Twin City Development Building, downtown Scottsbluff. It's at 1620 Broadway. And we're in the very first office suite when you walk in there. It's a newly remodeled place, and we really like it. It's a really great location for us to be centrally located, to work with some of our partners, and Twin Cities has been awesome. So.
All right, very good. Now, this isn't necessarily just for low, Kelly mentioned low to modest income people. So, generally, how much, is there a limit as to how much you can make before you can get this help, or how do you kind of define that?
Sure. For our IDA program, so those savings match programs, it's actually 200% of poverty. So you can have a low to modest income to qualify for those. For our financial and employment education classes, those are actually open to anyone.
Okay. All right. So what is the poverty line, so to speak?
Well, one thing that we kind of like to do is we talk about that 200% of poverty. And so for a family of 4, they can earn up to $45,000 and qualify for the program.
Okay. So
So,
it's pretty.
yeah.
So that might include a few people.
Yeah, I think it will. I think the nice thing about it is we do have a large group of people that can take advantage of it.
All right. You have some classes coming up.
We do.
And if people want to get involved in some of those classes or find out some more information, what number do they call?
They need to call 633-3377, and they can also register online at capwin.org and the ABC page.
Okay. capwin.org. Just go to the ABC page and you can click on and get enrolled there. Or once again, you can give them a call if you got some questions. 633-3377, or just stop into their office over at the TCD building there over on Broadway.
Yes, that's right.
All right, very good. Thank you. Appreciate you coming in.
Thank you.